Men were not playing when they said that they were leaving these broke liability begging females alone. And boy, oh boy, are even the ex workers, aka the scrippers, feeling it too. Y'all, this is not a drill, and this is definitely not a game. And see, when I was telling these women out there that this day would come, they did not believe me. They said, oh no, men are going to always cash out on me, and men are going to always be there for me, giving me all their money, all of their love, all of their support. No, they're not. A lot of the men have awakened, and they've come to see that a lot of the chicks out here are not deserving. Why am I blowing and wasting all of my time on a woman that I know is not even trying to be my woman? As a matter of fact, she's not even a quality woman. She's offering me nothing but maybe a fantasy. And on top of that fantasy, I can't even touch it. I can't even take it home. I can't even do anything that is going to add on value to my life by splurging on this chick. And so, yeah, ladies, even the scribbles are in a drought dealing with the men of today. They not playing, y'all. Okay. The men today are not playing games with their wealth, their finances, their resources, their time, their focus, their energy, their purpose. Anything that is not in alignment with what they want to do in life to blossom, grow, evolve, and ultimately become the best version of themselves, they're leaving it in the dust. And all of you ex-workers are included. Let's run the clip.
Okay, but what if I'm never able to afford to move out? Like, I'm a fucking stripper and I'm struggling making money because the club is so dead. A realistic money count as a stripper in 2024. 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40. That's it. That's always it. Where are the $500 days? What happened to that?
Wait a minute. Because it's already so much that I need to touch base on before I even get any deeper into this dope discussion. Did the chick at the beginning just say that the strip clubs are dead? They're dry? Like the men are not coming out? Like, y'all mean to tell me that the men are not enticed by big juicy peaches and dangling melons? Like, that's not making them drool anymore? That's a wrap? Are the men really in this era of being the drizzle savers? And what I mean by a drizzle saver is they're not making it rain. They're not making it drizzle on y'all no more. No, they're taking their drizzle, their rain, their condensation back, damn it. And I know y'all are hurting behind this. And y'all, like, this is a real thing. Like, we had other dope discussions really driving these points home too. So this is not our first rodeo. So this is clearly something that is becoming a solidified problem, quote unquote, for a lot of these women out here, because a lot of them really banked on men just being suckers, men being lollipops, simps, tricks, johns. I'm just telling y'all. But not anymore. The men are not spending their money or their time on women that are not going to bring them wealth, peace, love, comfort. Like, that's a wrap. So I cannot believe that you have scribbles out here crying in their bedrooms, eyelashes dangling, talking about how the strip club is dead. What? I remember when the scribbles were the rich chicks. Y'all not rich no more? What? And then the other chick, y'all. I find what she said to be very disturbing, because she's out here counting up her money. $100, $200, the infamous 40. And then she goes on to scream at the top of her lungs, what happened to the $500 nights? What happened to the $500 days? And it's like, wait a minute. You made, I'm going to assume $240. That's what I saw. Maybe I was wrong, but I saw 240. She wanted 500. But let me just break this down, and y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. I got to get some things straight. Y'all mean to tell me that y'all are out here showing every crevice of your body for only hundreds of dollars? You mean to tell me y'all are out here selling your whole entire soul for a few $100s? Like, what? Now, again, you all, in my opinion, there is no dollar amount that you can place on one's body, that you can place on oneself. I feel like our bodies are temples, right? And as women, we should make sure that we're doing what we need to do to keep those things sacred. Okay. However, okay, because I gotta be real with y'all as well. A few $100s is crazy to be out here doing all of that. Okay. I just gotta be real about it. I just do. All right. While I feel like certain things are priceless and your body is that, y'all selling y'all souls for pennies on the dollar is just crazy to me. Like, y'all not even gonna be high class hoes. I'm just saying. Okay, and I know I'm a little bit goofy, but I do have questions. Like, she wanted $500. Like, 240 was not that far off from 500. And so what I'm trying to say is both are cheap and not worth it to me. The amount of humiliation that type of line of work calls for. All right. The amount of strenuous work. Like, I don't think people really understand that walking around in 6-inch heels and swinging your body upside down on poles. I don't think people really understand how difficult that can be, how draining that can be. You know what I mean? Trying to convince people to come to the club, convince people to spend money at the club. Like, that's a lot of work for only a few $100s. That's my point. But again, hey, I don't know. Let's just continue, y'all, because this is crazy to me.
So basically, it's not all sunshine and rainbows over here. I spend a lot of time on this account glorifying my job and talking about how much I love being a dancer, but I thought I would make a video kind of pointing out some of the cons because I, in no way, shape, or form, want these young people to look up to me that follow me on this account and think that it's all sunshine and rainbows over here. Number one, which is also a pro, but in a lot of ways can be a con, is the money. The money in this industry is extremely inconsistent. You never know what you're going to make day to day, week to week, month to month, or even yearly. And so that can be really hard for a lot of people to budget or fall back onto. And then you realize you're not making the same that you were before. There's been times when I've made thousands of dollars in one night, and then the next night I literally make $0. And so that inconsistency can be really, really hard for a lot of people.
Hold on, y'all. And y'all get the likes up. Now, I keep hearing them say, you know, how the money is just not where it's at the strip club. You know, it's inconsistent. It's a lot of hard work. Some nights you don't even get paid at all. Like, that's a lot to me. But again, that's speaking volumes about how times have drastically changed. Like, we're dealing with a new breed of men, y'all. I'm going to keep saying that. These young guys today, old guys today, in between guys today, they're not wasting their time and money. No, I'm not going to go and spend my whole paycheck on a bunch of random scrippers that won't even respect me. They don't even know my name. I can't even take them home. Like, she's offering me nothing but a fantasy. You know, no. I can go home and flick something up on my damn phone for that. So, I mean, this is a lot. This is really a lot to digest. And I really loved also how that young lady just now said that she's kind of done glamorizing her occupation. You know, so I'm going to give her respect and credit for that. However, I do feel like it's a little bit too late because a lot of these women out here have absolutely encouraged a lot of these other young ladies to get into their lines of work. And so they're cheapening their value. They are going broke and hungry. They're trying to really get in that whole mode of being this boss, strong, independent chick. And now look at them. Like, the damage is already done. So it's a little bit too late for a lot of y'all to come through talking about, wait, stop, don't do this. This is not something that you should do with your life. This is very draining. It's very depressing. It's very stressful. You're going to end up broke because it's inconsistent. Like, and I really hate that it took y'all this long to admit that, because again, y'all had no idea how strong y'all's influence was. And when ladies and young women such as myself came through saying, hey, that's not a good idea, don't do that, again, we were woman bashers. We were trying to set women up for failure. We were trying to condition women to be like olden times and all of this, and preventing them from being strong and liberated. And look at these same women now that encourage y'all saying the same things that women like me have been saying. Are y'all going to apologize to us and say, you know what? Sorry, you were right? I doubt it. But hopefully this does wake a lot of y'all up to realize that a lot of the women out there like myself are not your enemies. We're looking out for you. We know what's at the end of the road for y'all when y'all are doing this type of work. It's nothing left. Your soul is gone. Your light is dimmed. You're more than likely ran through. Because let's be clear, you all, a lot of the scrippers are also sellers. And y'all know what that is. Scripting ain't paying how it used to pay. So that forces a lot of the times these chicks to go down different avenues. No pun intended. But yeah, kudos to her for saying she's done glamorizing it. But how many young ladies has she already influenced and encouraged to do this? I hate that. But let's continue and y'all get the likes up.
Financial instability. Yes, there are some girls who work at these clubs in these bigger cities who will walk out with 10 grand in a night. I've also seen girls walk out with $10 in a night. You can't really plan for things. And I know that this made me, especially with my credit, really hard, getting things like a car, a house, etc.
To all the girlies who want to be a dancer so bad, don't do it. This is not your sign. Any video you see, this is not your sign. You know how rare it is to get a club that's like consistent like that? It's very hard. It's not very easy. I worked and I only made $4. 2 girls out of all the girls I worked today made over 100 today. Like, I took off my clothes today for $4. Do you really think that's worth it? No! Don't say this is my sign. It's not. I promise. Stay to your office 9-to-5 job.
Wow. Wow. Can you imagine getting butt booty naked for $4? And are y'all noticing the consistent, no pun intended, pattern of the money being inconsistent? You can't depend on this. You can't move out. You can't buy a house. You can't buy a car. You can't do anything because it's not something that you can plan for. You don't know what you're going to make for that night. But again, y'all glamorized this and made it seem like, oh yeah, this is a meal ticket. This is how you get rich quick. And then they don't. And to me, that's the saddest part about it all. How many women out there, how many young girls were out there thinking that this was the route for them to take? Like she said, this is my sign. And it was a stop sign, a dead end sign. I mean, it's really tragic. It's really pathetic. So many young girls out there, so many young women out there missed out on settling down with their husbands, finding their Prince Charmings, all because they wanted to chase the fast life. Oh, I'm too young. I'm too turned up. I'm too vibrant. I'm too lit to be settled down, to be married. Oh, no, I don't want all of that. I want to go out here and get to this bag. I want to go out here and be a scripper. How many of those young ladies out there said no to a good quality young man, all because she wanted to chase that fast bag, that fast life? How many? Probably a whole bunch. And you know what's really, really sad and scary about it all? what's really, really sad and scary about it is the fact that a lot of the damage is already done. So you're already in this position of a lot of men not wanting to take you seriously, not trusting your type of woman. Because, I mean, let's be clear, you all. Like I said earlier, a lot of these scrippers, they be selling. And a lot of men don't want to be associated with that type of woman. You're a manipulator, you're a liar, you're a finesser, you're a hustler. You know what I mean? And so it can be very hard for a man to really trust you like that due to your line of work, due to you doing this on an ongoing, consistent basis. Like that has to be something that is embedded within you to do. And so I don't know if I should go ahead and take a woman like you serious. But let's have some people explain it better than I can. Let's continue to run the clip.
Because a man that provides for a stripper, there's a stupidity in that. Because you know this woman's transactional, and yet you're giving her money, she can't respect you. But the man she has to pay for, whether he's like a bouncer that's on half her wage, or he's just a personal trainer that she has to cover the rent for, she's more likely to fall in love with him. Because at least he's not stupid enough to financially invest in me. And a part of her unconsciously respects him more than the CEO that's going to buy you a house and a Range Rover because she's like, you're so stupid.
Now, it is something to that. And again, y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. See, and a lot of men out there have caught on to that. And they come to realize that the men out there that are not chasing up behind these chicks, that are not going for broke for these chicks, they get way more love and respect from these women because on some subconscious level, these women are seeing these men as masculine. Why? Because he knows his value. He knows his worth. He's not going to go above and beyond for a woman that is not pouring into him, that is merely feeding him an illusion. No. So a woman is more than likely going to want to be more respectable, more respectful, more attentive, and all of those different things to a man that is showing that, hey, I'm an assertive man. I'm a man that demands respect. I'm a man that is valuable because I am not doing the most for a woman who is not doing an ounce for me. So there is something to that. Like us as women, we do want to feel like whatever we're receiving from a man, we deserve it. And we will absolutely respect a man more when he makes us, quote unquote, work for those perks. And a lot of women would not want to admit that, but that's the truth. On some subconscious level, we're going to have more of a respect for that man over there that knows his boundaries and knows his value and his worth versus a man that is just cashing out on you and you're not even really doing anything to deserve that. But let's continue.
Strippers are the worst people to date. You never, ever date strippers seriously. Strippers naturally are liars. They have to lie to men all day, every day. And if you lie all day, every day, it becomes a part of your character. Whatever you're doing all day, every day is going to become a part of your character. Strippers are very manipulative and they are liars. And it's bottom of the barrel hustling. If you think your stripper girl or that stripper girl that you like, if you think she ain't you out of your goddamn mind, and she will bend over and show her whole asshole for $1, what do you think she gonna do when one of them scammers come in there and tell her they gonna give her 500? She gonna do some strange things for a piece of change. You understand what I'm saying? Don't date strippers, and she gonna lie to you and she gonna manipulate.
Y'all, what's up with this $500? $500, is that really enough to have these chicks want to do the most? Like, that's crazy. That's not even a stack. Like, damn. No wonder these men are fleeing away from y'all. Y'all are cheap. Who wants a cheap woman to take seriously that could be bought like that for only $500? Like, what? But anyway, y'all put a 2 in the chat if y'all agree with this brother here. He's saying, look, this is the reason why we don't invest in strippers, quote unquote. We don't date them. We don't take them seriously. And we're not going to the strip clubs no more. Y'all put a 2 if y'all agree with him. Let me know. But ladies, again, this is the type of thought process that a lot of men could have towards a stripper, towards a woman that is a part of the ex-work life. They can view you as somebody that is not trustworthy. You know, you're a manipulator. You're probably out here selling yourself short for real cheap, pennies on the dollar. And so how can I fully want to settle down with a woman like that if that's, like I said earlier, deeply embedded within her to be that way? You're on a day in and day out consistent basis of feeding fairy tales. And so a fairy tale equals what? An illusion. An illusion is what? A lie. It's not reality. It's not real and authentic. So if you can really embed yourself in that type of culture on an ongoing, consistent basis, all for $1, 500 max is what y'all seeming that y'all will go for. You know, I mean, how can I really take that type of woman home and say, you know what, I want to spend the rest of my life with you? How can you even be sure that she would want to spend the rest of her life with you when she's the type of woman that, again, can be bought and purchased? If somebody else comes through with $600, now she like, oh, okay, I'm going over there. You know what I mean? 550. Like, you just don't want this type of perception to be placed upon you. You just don't. But I thought I would come on here and share with you all this very mind-blowing news, but really it's not, because this has been something that is really on the rise right now, as far as these men just being done with wasting their time, wasting their resources, wasting their life, their money on these chicks that are essentially liabilities, you know. But at any rate, I still want to share this with y'all, get y'all's thoughts and feedback about it. And yeah, hopefully we can really shake up and wake up a lot of these other young ladies out there so that they cannot go down this dead end path of wanting to sell their soul, sell their body for pennies on the dollar. Like, it's really not worth it. Okay. You are priceless. But y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. I look forward to seeing what you got to say. And yeah, I'm going to see y'all in the next dope discussion. Much love and peace to my crown head.